Let's get some work done today.
Open up, you open up. Bitch, you want baby Emma. We should be closer than friends.
Hi, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for joining me. I know this is a little dark, but don't worry, the whole video is not going to be this dark. I just wanted to come in and say really quickly that this video is going to be set in, I think, May 2022. Y'all, as you guys know, I was working crazy hours at my last job. Then I started a new job. Schedule got crazy. I'm working like 5 jobs and schedule has been crazy. So whereas during the pandemic, I was able to post every single Thursday and Saturday on point, at this stage of my life, I can't do that. So today, you can see the timestamp. However, you're not going to see this video today. You're going to see it next week. And I just want you guys to bear with me as I get my life back together and get everything back on track. So this is to show you guys that, like, sometimes we fall off. You're going to see in this video that I had the weight loss that I was looking for, and I was on a track and I was doing well, and then I wasn't anymore. So in this video, you're going to see that I'm down to my lowest weight. Since then, I've gained some weight and I've lost some weight. So I'm not 10 or 12 pounds over that weight anymore. I'm more like 5 or 6 pounds over that weight now. But I'm getting back on track, so I'm going to take you on this journey with me. So not only are these jeans like big now, like right here and in the back, these are 18, which means that I'm getting closer to my 16, which is where I like to live. My belt is also on the last latch. Ignore the fact that my room is messy, but there's no more holes. Gonna have to make a new hole soon. Non-scale victories. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a while, and it's been a while. I just wanted to say welcome. Thank you to all my new subscribers. And I think I'm at like 83 now, which is awesome. We're trying to get to that 100 so I could do a giveaway. So, you know, share the page. And we're just going to keep building, keep growing, and I'm going to keep sharing this information. Guys, so I have been fighting this fight with my body since, I want to say, like December, where I just could not, the scale would not move. And I didn't see any differences. My clothes weren't fitting differently. I truly felt like I was stalled since December. And then eventually the scale did move, but it kept moving up and down. So if you remember, I had the food poisoning, and I went from like 267 to like 260. And then after the food poisoning, I was scared to eat, so I wasn't getting my calories in. And then suddenly the scale started to go back up towards 267. It never went all the way up to 267. It just teetered between 262 and 265. The teeter was driving me insane. Now, I don't know what necessarily triggered my body to remember what we were doing here. But basically, I had to, like, I was driving myself crazy. I was on the scale like once a week at least, and trying to figure out why this number was not staying. And so then I went to the doctor for my check-in, and my surgeon was like, Regina, you cannot go short-term. Think long-term. You know, you've lost a certain amount of weight in the past 6 months. Think that way, because if you think week by week, month by month, you're going to drive yourself crazy. So I said, I'm going to stop weighing myself. No problem. So I then started to realize, like, my clothes looked a little different when I was taking my, like, mirror pictures or whatever. And I started to feel a little lighter. My stomach didn't feel as bloated. It didn't feel as heavy. I like to put my arms under my stomach when I'm cold. And I was like, it don't feel as heavy as it usually does. So I said, let me just get back on the scale. Got on the scale, and I'm officially under 260. And when I say under 260, I'm not talking about like we're 259. We are 258. I have set goals for myself during this entire process and learned very quickly. And it's stupid because I know people who have had the surgery and I still was like, no, I'm going to be the exception. It's going to be me. And I like put so much pressure on myself, especially after that 3-month point where you could kind of eat whatever your doctor allows you to eat. And then after that, like 5-month point where I was literally eating whatever I had put so much pressure on myself that I think I had stressed my body out. And then, you know, you have to add on top of that, I have PCOS, I have fibroids. And recently, like since moving in February, every month my period has been wackadoodle. And now the part of my body that used to have me in the fetal position when I was younger, before I knew I had PCOS and before I was on not hormones, but you know, birth control for the hormones. Before they did all of that, I used to be in so much pain that I would have to like lay down in the fetal position, and I'm back in that pain. On top of that, we're adding in this like sciatic nerve pain that I've been experiencing as well. So that's all kind of in the same area, the ovaries, the fibroids, the sciatic pain. It's like the front and the back, but it's all one area, and it hurts. So I started working out because, you know, when I went to the doctor, he was like, you need to try to work out at least 3 times a week. And, you know, I have the machine that does the circuits, so you can work out literally every other day or like 3 days out of the week or whatever, and your body will continue to burn fat because you're doing like a HIIT workout for 15 minutes on the both legs or whatever. So you know, I was doing that and I was starting to feel good, and then the back pain started. And when that back pain started, I was like, now I can't work out. I can't even move. My range of motion has been so bad. So I went to the doctor and they gave me medication. The medication did not work. My back is better because I think I had pulled something back there when I was bending over. So it's better. I can bend. Not far, but I can bend. My range of motion, I couldn't crisscross. Like, it was so bad. I couldn't work out, and I felt like a failure. And I like was so frustrated with my body because I'm like, every time I try to make a step forward to do something better to improve my quality of life and my health, every single time my body fails me. So I was upset, I was frustrated, I was annoyed, I was scared because my back went out. I was home alone, and I'm like, if I need to go to the hospital, nobody is here. I can't rely on my family members who I live with anymore because no one's here. So I was like terrified. I'm texting the family group chat. I'm like, I left the doors open. If you need to get in, make sure the police don't knock down my door, blah, 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 like a psychopath. And even with all of that, I was still in good spirits. My mental health was intact, mostly. Frustrated, but intact. And then, I don't know, like I just started eating horrible, like sandwiches, not just one sandwich. Like I would have like a bagel for breakfast and then a cold cut sandwich for lunch. And then I would eat like pizza for like a week for dinner. Like I was wilding out in these streets, but some way, somehow eating like that, my body was like, okay, we got to burn this. 'Cause she's just like eating it. So I guess that's what happened. I guess I like revved up I don't know. I'm not a scientist. But I guess I revved up my little metabolism or whatever, because then I started feeling better. Like I started farting. I started feeling lighter. So I was like, this is interesting. Abuse yourself a little bit. Let's see what happens. So I'm joking. Don't listen to me. Don't do what I did. Just follow the plan, you know, the way that your doctor and your nutritionist give it to you, and you should be fine. I put myself through a lot, and I have a lot of contributing factors like my PCOS and fibroids. So, and then just like the way my brain works, like the anxiety and OCD and stuff. So yeah, I just wanted to share that little victory. I had a non-scale victory. I had to throw out a pair of jeans because they were too big, and I need to buy a new belt because there are no holes left for me to tighten my belt. So those are non-scale victories. I'm very happy for those. I'm very grateful for those. But when I got on the scale this morning and it said 258, I almost died because it has been a journey these last few months. So back to what I was saying about my goals. So originally, before I got the surgery, when I was still trying to get the surgery, but like insurance and work and blah, blah, blah. And I was still in my last relationship. I had discussed with him like what my goal was, and he was like, just put it everywhere. So what I did was I wrote down the weight I wanted to be, which was 235. I put it on the refrigerator, I put it on the cabinets, I put it on my bedroom door, and I put it like on the mirror like of my old dresser set. Just as a reminder, like every time I look at myself, every time I go towards the food, Regina, you have a goal that you're trying to reach. I wasn't reaching it. It didn't really change anything. So that was the goal, 235. Like, it just sounded like a good weight. When I was 235 in college, I looked good. But I was also in the gym twice a day, eating college food, going to parties, sleeping whenever I wanted to. And it was just, and I was younger, obviously. I was like 13 years younger than I am now. Like, so of course there was, there was a difference. But that's the goal. That was the idea. And so like when I got the surgery, I decided I don't want to put a number on it. I just want to be healthy, and I am healthy, and I can do stairs, and I don't get out of breath anymore, and my knees don't hurt anymore, and my back wasn't hurting anymore until a couple of weeks ago. And like there are all like the goals of the surgery did happen, but for some reason that when I started teetering between 262 and 265 and the scale would not move, I was like, this is not what I signed up for. Hello. I wanted to at least lose 100 pounds because I feel like you just altered your body. So I did start to like my desires for the outcomes did start to shift a little bit during that time. Or during this time. And so I did eventually decide, like, I want to hit that 250. I want to see the scale go to 250. I want to see the scale go under 250. Like that, I think that day will blow my mind. That the under 250 will blow my mind, and the 225 will blow my mind, because the 225 will put me at 100 pounds down. So once I hit that point, I had to stop going on like the forums and everything and reading everyone's results, because I'm like, well, you lost 80 pounds in 2 months, and I'm sitting here still trying to get to 70 pounds. Like, and it's been 8 months, I think. October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May. It's been 7 months. It'll be 8 months in a few weeks. But you know what I mean? Like, it was just frustrating. It just became frustrating for me. And so, to wake up this morning, get on the scale, and see that it's moving again was very encouraging. And I just wanted to let you guys know, because I want everyone who wants this surgery, I want you to go in knowing some of the things that we go through, but I want you to know that I still, to this day, have no regrets. Like, I have no regrets. Let's see if I can show you guys my little scars or whatever right quick. Most of them are healed. So one is here. That's the one that healed like almost immediately. This is the worst one, I would say. There's one up here. This is another big one. And then there's one right here. And that's it. Like, it's not anything crazy. So I feel like I could still walk around with my stomach out. I was walking around with my stomach out. I would not have my stomach out again this summer and next summer and every summer. Scars and all, stretch marks and all. I've been doing this a long periodical time. Stomach is going to be out, and it's going to be a hot girl summer for me.